Season's greetings, everyone. This is Sahid, and I'm super glad to be back on the Visa Pathfinders channel. So today we're discussing the newly relaunched Canada Caregiver Program pathway to permanent residency. If you're looking to migrate to the world main economies, including the European Union and areas, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, among others, you're the right place. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the subscribe button right now and turn on the notification so you don't miss out on any of our new videos. Please share our videos with your friends and families and your loved ones and keep watching. So the government of Canada is relaunching the Home Child Care Provider Pilot and the Home Support Worker Pilot programs. And now the government is inviting fresh applications from 1st of January 2024. Pilot programs are in a bid to assist caregivers aspiring for permanent residency in Canada. So the two programs, which are the Home Child Care Provider Pilot and the Home Support Worker Pilot, offer avenue for eligible caregivers and their families to immigrate to Canada. Under these two pilot projects, 500 applications are anticipated to be accepted for new submission in total in 2024. So what are the Canada Caregiver programs? So these programs, under the two 5-year pilot programs, the Home Child Care Provider and the Home Support Worker Pilot will have qualifying family members as well as caregivers who would be able to enter Canada on a work permit with the goal of obtaining permanent residency. What happens is that applicants must have a job offer from a Canadian family in order to apply for any of these programs, and it doesn't necessarily need to be LMIA approved. So, receiving a job offer, qualified candidates can apply for a work permit, allowing them to travel to Canada and engage in caregiving roles to accumulate experience. So after a year of experience, applicants are eligible to submit an application for the permanent residency. Following receipt of the job offer, the qualified applicants may apply for an occupation restricted work permit, which allows them to travel to Canada and take a temporary job to obtain experience. Applicants may submit an application for permanent residence after collecting 1 year of experience in Canada. So you might be able to apply for permanent residence through one of these pilot programs if you have been offered a position as a caregiver in Canada, or if you have a prior experience working as a caregiver in Canada. So generally, in terms of the qualification standards, so individuals may be eligible for permanent residence through these pilot programs if they have received a job offer as a caregiver in Canada, or if they do possess the prior caregiving experience in the country. So what occupations are eligible for Canada Caregiver Program or the work experience criteria? If you have worked one of the following national occupational classification, which is referred to as the NOC, in any of the NOC jobs to be mentioned, and these roles are full-time in Canada, then you're eligible to use your work experience for permanent residency. So the jobs are actually the home child care providers, which the NOC is 44100. The other is the home support worker, which is the NOC 44101. So the job titles that are very popular with the home child care provider are the babysitters, the child care living caregiver, the child care provider, private home, nanny, parents, helpers, babysitter, fitness center, and the shopping center. So for the home support worker, that you would have positions such as attendants for persons with disability, as well as family caregiver, home support worker, living caregiver, personal aid and home support, personal care attendants, home care, as well as respite worker, the home support. So generally for the child care provider in homes, these are people who provide child care in the caregiver home, or private residence of the employer. Institutional settings such as daycares are not considered to be acceptable anyway. Residing in the employer's house is not a requirement for this eligibility. So foster parents' experience does not count as qualifying work experience in this. For the home support worker, those are people who are providing care to an individual in the employer's private residence. And this is, someone who requires assistance from a home support worker being necessary. So institutional setting like nursing homes are not permitted. And residing in the employer's house, it is not compulsory for the eligibility. Also, these criteria ensure that applicants meet necessary standards for their caregiving experience to be considered valid under the Canada Caregiver Program. So the two categories under this pilot that we talked about, you can actually gain experience in the gaining experience category for applicants with little or no experience in specified occupations. You would have to be eligible candidate that has received a work permit to accumulate 12 months of experience in Canada and can then apply for direct permanent residency after gaining the required experience. To apply for a work permit, applicants would need a valid full-time job offer, a Canadian language benchmark level 5 in English or French, a post-secondary education of at least 1 year, and also any other past experience or training that demonstrate that the candidate's ability to perform the work described in the job offer. So when it comes to those that are going direct to permanent residency category, then these applicants that I've got a total of 12 months or more experience in the last 36 months. And that is in specified occupations that have been mentioned. So to apply for the permanent residency, applicants need to have worked at least 12 months of full-time work experience in Canada in the last 36 months, and a post-secondary education of at least 1 year, and also any past experience or training that demonstrate the candidate's ability to perform the work described in the job offer. So what are the requirements for the job offers that we're talking about? A genuine and valid employment offer is essential to commence or fulfill the work experience required for permanent residency through the home child care provider or the home support worker pilot. So no LMIA is required, so you do not need to bother about that at all. And the offered position must be full-time. So which means a full-time position will be defined as something at least 30 hours of paid labor per week. And this is generally across all provinces of Canada, outside of the province of Quebec, from a Canadian individual or family, excluding companies, embassies, high commissions, or consulates. So generally in terms of how to apply, so from 1st of January 2024, that is the opening date. So you can refer to the official IRCC guide for the home child care providers and the home support worker pilot. So eligible individuals can submit their applications through the new permanent residence portal. So that is something that you would have to do on the IRCC website. You can actually get started straight away, especially if you already secured a job, or for those that already even have the experience and they're just looking to apply for permanent residency straight on. So just go for it. So, and this brings us to the end of this video today. So don't forget that this is a huge opportunity with this relaunch of the program for people to be able to work as caregivers for this caregiver pathway to permanent residency, which is just opened. It is all up to you to get everything that you need to do in terms of your getting your resume ready. So for a fitting job for this application and for this pilot generally. If you find this information really valuable and you're eager for more most updated information and immigration tips to successfully migrate, like and share this video and also subscribe to this channel Don't forget to hit the notification button so you can have all our latest videos produced. However, need any help with more specific information or some more individualized services in particular, please feel free to contact us at visapathfinders@gmail.com and let us create this success story together. Sahid signing out, and I'll see you some other time soon again. Thank you and catch